the beef? Just bursting out the seams. It says, "Mercy, sir, you're so large. Don't put me through this pain." Well, the plan is that we're gonna train. He's trying to avoid all the heavy lifts that we have scheduled today. He says, "Oh, I gotta work on my legs." He's got tiny legs, so he's self-conscious about them. Yeah. I brought out the short shorts so you can see these ham hocks. The development's so tight, it's making him feel insecure.
So he's in a different phase. He's focusing on strength and eccentrics. I'm focusing on kind of like sub-maximal lifts. So I'll join in for the bench, and after that I'll split off. I'll do some squats. He's wanting to avoid the legs. I want to get him in. So
he's gonna get sub-maximal results with these sub-maximal bullshit lifts. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have to wear this because you never know when it's gonna start raining in Scotland. You know, even though there's a roof on this building, we still could probably get wet. Let's do the first one. See who can cold it. Can you cold snatch that over? Come on.
See if I break my shoulders.
It's okay. Have no ego.
Oh, I need a minute.
He's scared.
I need a minute. It's slipping. Fair enough.
That was kind of heavy. That was kind of heavy.
I'll get it. I was just
First one. You guys saw it in his own house. Last year's qualifier. Oh, in your own house. In his own house.
But my YouTube channel, it'll get cut.
There you go. Big dog. Come on, you old fucker.
You want a tripod?
Nah, it's alright,
Sure.
Fancy filming's for pussies. Big.
Lift off, take the positive, every single positive.
Yeah. Give me a little bit of juice on the way up, so let me give a little bit of push, but let me control on the way down.
Right.
Go, up.
Walking through the streets wearing shoes, breaking niggas making moves. Even the cops can't stop us. My enemies flip when they see me drink a fit of that Hennessy. Y'all niggas can't fuck us, it's so good. They wanna know.
Really crushed myself. I almost had to step over you.
Because you're pulling it with one fucking arm like this.
Yeah, sorry. I was bracing here and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to squat over his face. My bad. You at least got it out. Spotting is literally just meant to be moral support, not strength support. He needed all the support.
I was almost deadlifting.
Yeah.
It was like this.
Yeah, right. There's two ways to look at it. One, it's like basically people ask how big's your dick and how big's your bench. So if you're a small dick, you have to have a big bench. Graham, so sorry.
There you go.
Graham. He's like, oh, my pec hurts. Tiny dick. No, but then there's also like, I just think that you gotta be super strong. Like I've been getting my bench back way up and I've been touching the skier lately and I'm blasting like 5 to 7 seconds off per 500 than I was 2 months ago just because I've been focusing so much on my lifts. Having that kind of strength throughout your arms and your lats, which is basically the box of a skier and a bench, makes a huge difference. This is why I say bench is so important. Watch the screen. I'm not gonna even move my hips. That's a 129, just my arms. And then all of a sudden, if you put your weight behind it, it makes a difference. So a bigger guy or just a stronger person makes a big difference. That's why we bench. So don't be a pussy. I'll train strength until September 1st, and then I'll do a 4 or 5 month cardio block. And then I'll do a little bit of another strength block in like January, February, and cut back on the cardio a little bit, and then spike up March and April and May for world champs. That's kind of how I do it, because you get so far away, you kind of have a splitter.
I know.
Heavy shit in.
Where would you say you get your most amount of like intensity, like with regards to cardio, like cardiovascular intensity?
I mean, I think the thing is like, you can't avoid doing the Metcon kind of stuff, but I'd almost rather do CrossFit than I would Hyrox at a high capacity. Because the thing is, it's just like I told you guys about strength and position. I don't do ski erg at 10, I do bench press, and then when I go over and do any ski erg, I'm stronger than everybody else because I got the heaviest bench press. And then my cardiovascular engine from doing bike and run all the time lets me just keep that pace the whole 1,000 meters. But then I see all these people out there, they're just like, skier, sled push, and then I just cruise past them. And so if you're doing power cleans with 100 kilos on the bar and doing, and then you're doing like heavy bench press with 100 kilos on the bar, and then you go out for a 400-meter run in between each one, you're a tank. But then people are over here just doing burpee broad jumps all the time. I did more burpee broad jumps this year. You saw I bought that fucking $2,000 piece of turf and had it in my house, pushing up and down all the time. It was the shittiest I've ever been at Hyrox. I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna burn that carpet when I get home.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig. Chop chop, he says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant us into the reservation. Defunct the pistol that you pay for. Dispunk the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked off a boy, you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Run so bright, I wonder what the wave meant. Kickstart to go to generate hub. Sweet talk, but don't intimidate hub. Can't stop the gods.
Things on their back like this. If Graham was on the ground, I'd be able to pick him up so easily with this kind of strength. What's he gonna do with that? I can lift a car off of you. So we were outside, a tree fell on you, pick it right
These
up.
are the fake plates that we use at Elation sometimes. I thought I'll let them use them.
That's right. I've been competing in Hyrox for 5 years, competing for 13 years, been a trainer for 15 years. And one of the biggest things about this sport is it's growing so fast that I think it's kind of overshooting the actual knowledge and capabilities of a lot of the athletes. And I've always been somebody who wanted to teach people about fitness. That's why I became a trainer first, and then all of a sudden I used those same skills to become a good athlete. So I kind of wanted to lay the ground for what being like a hybrid athlete was, specifically in the sport of Hyrox, because you know, you could take one formula and kind of spread it out and point in a bunch of different directions, but we've trained now over 1,000 people in the past 6 weeks between seminars, events, run clubs, all that kind of stuff. And we've noticed such a humongous hole. Like when I started explaining these things to people, they were like just blown away. They had no clue what I was talking about. They'd never heard of this stuff. Most people just show up into a gym, do a Hyrox class, do 10 of them in a row, and then think they're ready for a Hyrox. Or if you actually split the two of them apart, figure out how to run, figure out how to be strong, and then figure out how to pick a sport after you've gotten those two things aligned, you can have such better results. And that's what the methodology that I've used to set world records for the past 10 years of my career. And I've done it in multiple different kinds of sports, and now I'm passionate about Hyrox. Maybe I'll be passionate about something else next, but it's these same principles that have gotten me at the top of every sport that I've chased. And you know, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to want to be an Olympian to learn these things. You just have to want to learn, grow, and achieve. If you could do that, it'll be worth showing up. Do you know the butcher came in the middle of the night and stole Graham's calves? Shaved them right off. Saw him in the center of Glasgow right now.
I was wondering when that was coming.
Daddy that neither one of us had, but I keep running from something I never wanted so bad. Sometimes I get upset, cause I ain't blew up yet. It's like I grew up, but I ain't grown me too nuts yet. Don't gotta rep my step, don't got enough pep. The pressure's too much, man, I'm just trying to do what's best. And I try, sit alone and I cry. Yo, I won't tell no lie, not a moment goes by that I don't pray to the sky. Please, I'm begging you, God, please don't let me be pigeonholing no regular.
I'll maybe do like, I don't know, I need to see where I am in this block. Cause I'm kind of like a running block. It's like a strength and run block I'm in the middle of, but I'll see how I feel, see how the body's like cooperating closer to maybe like Stuttgart. And I'm hoping like, I was in 56 shape there, so I should be, if I can, just see what happens after that. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Is this the second last part, or are we doing something after this? This will take like 30 minutes.
30?
Roughly.
I got shit to do with my, no, I'm just kidding. I'll do whatever.
Right, so we'll see how we feel after this, right? But the plan is 30 metre sled push, so that's 3 lengths. After that, 8 high box jumps, and then we're going to run 800 metres we'll start off by, and that's at 5k pace. After that, we'll go sled push 30 metres, 8 box jumps, and then we're going to run 400 metres, and that's going to be a bit faster, between like 5 and 15
Which repeat
seconds
one more
faster.
time or 4 times?
So that's 4 times in total.
So that was 1 round you just said.
That's on now, so we'll do 4.
400, 800, 400, 800, 400, 800, 400, 800, done.
Yep. Fuck. Yep. When you look at it, it's like 3 things, but it's actually quite a lot. It's probably, actually, I done 6 sets and it took 28 minutes. This is probably going to take 35 minutes, 36 minutes, maybe.
I mean, I could hurt this man in his own gym, or I could just be like, oh, you're so fit right now. This would be the nice thing to do.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a call. Silly on silent, but the product in the now you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut them off. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh fade, getting painted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it poured for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, not what I want. Burn my body, pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we knowin' that the flow about to carry on. See, immortality's a fallacy, I prove it wrong. This other family gon' carry me the way beyond. Anything you've ever known, anything you've done. They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it, get up on my dick, get up out the way. What you think this is, and we ain't worried about it, why she skirt the whip, they ask me how you live like this. Why you worry about it, you on my dick, get up out the way. What you think this is, and we ain't worried about you, watch me skirt the whip, yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like the bourbon. Worldwide sign and we face closed curtains. I hear you, nothing ever certain. Only thing that's promised is that promises are broken. Yeah, so we finding ways to cope then. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with emotions. Woo! Yeah, baby go bring out the goodie. Stuck it in inside the hoodie. Now we turning out your buggy. Yeah, it's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting with the law.
4.8k, that's what it is if you're from the UK. We work in kilometres.
Okay.
4.8 kilometres.
Okay,
Including
so
sled, box jumps.
okay, so if somebody says, how big's your penis, what do you say? Inches or centimeters?
Probably inches, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, if you were gonna say how fast was that car going, or I throw a fastball, you say miles per hour or kilometers?
We do. Yep.
Okay, and then all of a sudden you just throw in like arbitrary distances, like a kilometer. Oh, I did a couple kilometers. What the fuck does that mean? We're measuring cock and speed. Training with Graham now, like you can obviously see the dude really consistent. He's pretty smart about what he does. But I think it's really important to recognize like the talent of the sport is raising up so quickly. And the top guys are all shifting up kind of incrementally. You know, I bump a minute, they bump up a minute. Same with everybody. It's just like, and it's so tough to stay consistent. That's probably the hardest part of this game because there's these one-hit wonders who show up and run a 56 and then they disappear. And they never do it again. You've been in the World Championships twice now, top 10 twice now. That's a huge accomplishment at this level, especially with the way that the sport's growing so quickly. Like this year will be twice as hard to qualify as it was last year because not necessarily just the speed, but it's the volume of people that are at the same pace as you. 1 second, 10 seconds can knock you back 2 places right now. So you're what, in 20th place, and how close are the other guys ahead of you? Between there and 15?
I actually don't know. Maybe seconds to minutes?
Yeah, probably under 30 seconds.
But that's averaging the 2 fastest times.
Yep.
My initial thoughts for this season is, for me, I get excited. I'm like a young boy, so I'm just like, it's like Christmas, so when I see something, I just want to go and race. But I need to be smart this season and decide and pick which races I'm going to go and actually compete for. Because I'm similar to you, I don't want to go and just compete, I want to go and like show a big difference. Like show up and like, whoa, look at this guy now. Like just went from here to like there.
I like the locations, I don't like the dates. I think it's aggressive to get guys 10 weeks from now to prep for a major and the locations are sick. Like, it's so cool that the sport's growing so much. It used to be like 3 locations in Europe, 1 in the UK, and a couple in the United States. Now it's so global. It's like kind of forcing the sport to expand. And as a high-level athlete, I mean, dude, every race except for Vegas is about 12 to 24 hours away from me. It's actually as good as they think it is. But I don't know. What are you having there, pal?
Look at that.
This is the confidence test. I whooped his ass yesterday when it came to eating. Here, I'll push this out of the way. Thank you so much. Honest opinion. Mild, but consistent, which I like. You feel like you could eat like 30 of these things and never get a stomachache.
Easy carbs.
Yeah.
So easy.
They say is like zone 2, and everybody talks about. It's just like super trendy thing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In reality, everything between here and here is this gray zone that if you do more of it, it just makes you tired, and if you do almost any of it, you're never gonna get way better, and you're always gonna be slightly more tired. So that's why everyone talks about this zone 2 period. So if you're out here doing that 70 percentile, 75 percentile for 90 minutes, what you didn't do is get up here where you race, and it makes you so tired that the next time you have to come up here, you're never gonna really break through and be able to sustain it. Because what you need to really do is you need to be up here and try to hold longer every single time. And if you don't build out a crazy ass base down here, when you start to go out over the edge and it hasn't had a base of support of endurance underneath it, you drop off more quickly. So that's why, you know, you do 4 or 5 hour bike rides so that you can do an extra 5 to 6 minutes in that crazy zone. But if you spend time in here dragging it out, you'll just be more tired, you'll not get much more progress. It's like if you were just like gonna make bets in a casino, some of them are gonna get less returns. It's better to go all in and you get a ton of fucking poker chips out and then kind of just make small bets every once in a while just to kind of keep your chips moving. But that's just like, that's the difference of like attacking it and being passive. You know, they showed in this study, you know, the person who works the hardest and the rest the most is the person who get the most out of it. And that's where you're gonna have your breakthrough. So you don't want to be known as a fucking 57, 58 guy forever. You gotta be Mr. 55. And 55 to only come through intensity.
This year it has to be 55. That's it.
You know?
Has to be.
There'll probably be about 6 to 8 guys in 55 this year.
Gotta be.
You know, there'll probably be 3 guys in the 54s, 3 to 5 guys in the 54s. There'll be 2 to 3 guys in the 53s, and you know, hopefully, I'll break through 51, 52. But you got to be within this fucking. You got to be so goddamn close. You want to make it.
There we go.
Science.
Science, bitch.
Bow down to the American way.